Welcome on in, this is Brews and Studs, and believe it or not, we are actually going to be fulfilling the studs portion of the channel. So today we are going to be looking at the Family Reunion Celebration Lego set, which is a new 2024 addition to the popular Chinese New Year Lego sets. This set weighs in at a whopping 1823 pieces and costs just a mere $130, which in my opinion is a bargain for the number of pieces versus the price that you have to pay. The reason why I decided to buy this set is because, well, look at me. It screams to my Asian roots. The promo pictures really got me excited due to all the Asian elements that are festooned all over this set, so I knew right then and there that this set was gonna have to be a must-buy for me. So let's dive into this review, starting off with the packaging. The box is rather pleasant looking, with the color red all over the place, which does not deviate from the color of the other sets from this theme in the past. I really like the two stickers that seal this set on each side because it makes opening the package easy versus the ones where you have to press those tabs on the side, which can actually be a fairly interesting affair to get into at times. When you open the box, you are greeted with a total of 12 separate bags of Lego and a folio that contains two rather beefy instruction manuals, with the first one covering steps 1 and 6 and the second manual covering steps 7 through 12. Fortunately, my heart sank a little bit when I saw a sticker sheet that contained 20 stickers. I'll let you know, and fans of this channel know that I'm not a really big fan of stickers because it really detracts from the build, but what can we do, right? Now let's talk about the minifigures, which are a huge attraction in this set. In fact, this set comes with a whopping 13 minifigures, and each step of the build, you get to build a minifigure first. You get 3 members of the restaurant staff, which includes 2 servers, with one being a young man and the other being an older lady. The third member of staff is actually a very badass looking chef. Then you have members of the family, where you have a father that's singing karaoke. I'm going to assume this is the mother that's holding a cell phone, 2 kids holding red envelopes, a grandpa with a camera, and a grandmother. There is also a minifigure with a selfie stick and a minifigure of a couple who are having a romantic dinner on top of the restaurant. And the final minifigure right here is my favorite, which is of a person in a dragon costume. Moving on to the build itself, as I have said before, there are 12 bags, and the total time it will take you to build this humongous set is anywhere between 4 to 6 hours, depending on your experience and how fast you want to plow through this build. With bag 1, there is an interesting food cart that I believe contains a new chopstick element, or it's new to me at least. Then you progress on building the base of the restaurant, which dominates most of bag 1. Then with bag 2, you finish off with the base of the restaurant and move on to the building of the walls of the all-important kitchen, complete with a professional stove and a carving table. The coolest thing is that the accurate depiction of a Peking duck, although I think it looks almost like a Peking turkey in terms of scale, I thought it was an absolute brilliant touch to this set. In step 3, you put up more walls of the restaurant, and one cool Easter egg that I will point out to you is that there is a wall hanging of last year's Lunar New Year display in the form of a sticker. Another part of step 3 that I really like was the building of the staircase, which features really nice maroon, gold, and red elements. In step 4, you build up more of the first floor of the restaurant. The biggest part of this step that jumped out at me was the aquarium. I love aquariums, and I believe that this short and sweet representation of the aquarium was absolutely fantastic, given the limited amount of pieces that you are given to build it. Then in step 5, more of the first floor gets fleshed out with the build of more walls. Once you reach step 6, the first floor is completely done, and then you move to build the outside elements of the restaurant. And the outside elements include a flower planter, a table where apparently you can draw Chinese calligraphy. Once the elements of the outside has been fleshed out, then you move on to step 7. So in step 7, you build the floor of the second floor where all the action is for the members of the hungry, party-going family. You build the base for the dining table as well as the seats, where step 7 is the skeleton. In step 8, the flesh is put on, starting off with a karaoke machine that is nestled on one corner. One laughable thing that I'm going to comment on is the questionable placement of the bathroom. So when you step out of this bathroom, you are immediately greeted by a dip as you step out onto the first step of the staircase, which I find as a very odd placement. Then moving on to step 9, it includes the building up the walls of the second floor. I really like the technique that Lego used to give the Asian feeling to the walls of the restaurant. The method that the designers used kept me really engaged during the build. So people who know me know that I absolutely love food. And step 10 really got me excited and really was my favorite step of the entire build, because guess what? You get to build the all-important dinner table, which is chock full of magnificent, delicious looking food. There is the quintessential Chinese restaurant rotating table center, complete with chopsticks, bowls full of noodles, a soup pot, buns. Oh my god, I'm salivating right now. I just want to dive in and eat whatever's on that table. But I digress. So now we are nearing the end of the build with step 11. In step 11, you build the base of the roof where a young couple is having a nice romantic dinner, apparently out in the cold and al fresco. The elements that jumped out at me was the heat lamp and the planter on this step. So we have now come to the end of the build with step 12. Step 12 sees the construction of the smaller dinner table with much of the same elements that you would see in the dinner table that is below. There is the addition of Chinese lanterns on a wire that provides a fantastic touch to the set. A few cool decorative things that I will mention is the sign that's hanging outside of the restaurant. Unfortunately, that is the form of a sticker, so you have to place the sticker on the Lego piece. And the mini money tree, which further flesh out all the Asian elements in this outstanding set. So let's wrap up this short review, shall we? What do I think about this set? I think that this set is absolutely awesome and a must-buy for anyone who is of Asian descent, because it perfectly captures what Chinese New Year is all about, which is the gathering of family and celebrating togetherness in front of delicious, delectable, steaming hot food. The highlights for me for this set includes the aquarium that's on the first floor, the dinner table that is chock full of food that is on the second floor, as well as the hanging lanterns that are on the rooftop of the restaurant. The number of minifigures that are featured in this set is an unprecedented 13, which is great to fill out your Lego city. Despite the set being a building which can have some repetitive elements in it, but the Lego designers really keep you engaged by keeping the build refreshing and, most importantly, engaging to the builder. The design of the golden Asian elements on the outside is absolutely wonderful. I suppose the only small gripe I have about this set is the rather odd placement of the bathroom, where again, you step out in the bathroom and you fall down to the first step of the staircase, which is, again, odd. So I'll let you know, I have all the Chinese New Year sets, and aside from the Asian-only release of the Chinese New Year dinner, which is my favorite set, this one comes in at a very close second. So in conclusion, I highly encourage you to buy this set. It is absolutely superb. So this is Sprues and Studs. Thank you for joining me in this review. I highly appreciate your support and your viewership, and I hope I will see you all in the next review.